All right, all right. How we all doing? It's Friday. Give it up, Friday. After this, we all go home for the weekend. All right, it's the all-team update. For those of you that are new, we do this once a month. We just have an overview of what took place last month. So we try to be pretty transparent about the company. We'll have some different presenters going through different slides. If I haven't met you, I think I've met all the new people. Like I've tried to come by and say hi, but I oversee new business. My name's Sam, and we're just going to go through these kind of one by one and kick it off with some of the highlights. So that says March, but I promise you it's updated. Yeah, it is. So April is the first slide. All right, so for new business, we ended up getting 10 new programs. We were able to generate about another $500,000 in revenue, so another good month. We had a few companies that, we were able to get renewed, some that we weren't, but we had 80% renewals, so that was the big highlight for renewals in March. So yeah, give it up. That's a lot from you guys. So renewals, if you look or notice, a lot of them coming up for expiration dates. There's only like a dozen with an expiration date that have 2026 on it. So the renewals are getting shorter, the windows, a lot of terms are coming up. So we're going to be talking more about that as we move forward. But for some of the industries, like what we were calling, we were able to get really some good, better show rates, good show rates in areas like HVAC that was below a 50%. We were able to get that up. Overall, we were just shy of 50% as a whole. A lot of that is from roofing. We started doing some more janitorial. We're starting to get back into that, signing some clients. I know Nick Lopez has been having some success, setting up a ton of meetings, and it's coming through. It's all of those stories are used to help us out. Teddy's closed some deals. Emma's closed some deals. So the more guys got, the better show rates we got because we got more stories. But deals we passed on, there was a cleaning company that wanted to pay us half price, revenue share, for 2 months only, no implementation fee. And we sat there, we had the signed agreement, and we said no. So we passed on that one. There are deals, believe it or not, that we are trying to push away. We don't try to accept anything. But with that, I'll kick this over to some of the highlights from some of our offices like Maryville. So, DJ.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Maryville had about as good of a month as my attempt at growing a mustache. Not great. We had 5 guys, ended up with 3 closed deals, made a really strong push towards the end of the month as far as appointments, held pitches, trying to correct a lot of the things that went off a little shaky at the beginning of the month, which makes me feel very good about the momentum coming into this month. We already have 2 closed deals and making a very strong push for the number of held pitches on pace. We do have 2 guys who are going to be losing for the summer, but I'm already working with Trey on replacing those folks so we can go into the summer with a strong roster. And last thing, we did get 3 closed deals, 2 from me, 1 from John. Shout out John. But he's going to be joining your guys' team in July. So I'm going to hold on to him as long as I can, and then you guys get John. That's all I got.
Long time no see. SEMO last month, you can see, not the greatest month from us. We were very behind on appointments. We lost Braxton and just still getting some of these newer guys trained up. This month's a little bit behind the pace too. We need to unhitch the trailer and figure it out as a squad, and we're getting better as like today alone. So you look at it, we had 5 deals last month on 35 shown. It goes to the quality of meetings we're setting up. Now when we get the volume up, it's going to directly translate, and I would assume more closed deals. So you can see there's numbers there, nothing overly crazy. I think SEMO is now at 15 closed deals this year. That's 5 a month. We want to keep the pace. Currently, we outpaced 2024. We're outpacing 2025 last year, which we doubled our deals from 24. And if we keep this pace up, we'll outpace 2020 the last year. So goal is to keep closing, keep finding more. I want to give shout outs to Lauren. She closed 3 deals last month. But no deals for myself. I definitely need to unhitch the trailer there and be a little bit better. But no, it's a solid month. Just need to figure out a couple things when it comes to that total meetings, and that's what we're working on now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this month and next can bring. But that's it from us.
Thank you, Justin. Shout out SEMO. Got some guys working hard down there. Next slide here is the 10 out of 10. This is the cause and effect. As you can see, our winner, the newcomer, Nick Lopez. Give it up. So, Nick, you're getting a lot of 10 out of 10s. That's going to get you a $100 gift card to the Arsenal swag store. So, looks like you already got a polo. Well, you need to go ahead and treat yourself to some more. So, get with Angie, and she'll get your gift card for you. But I'm going to turn this over to our marketing side. Ano Ganich, give it up.
Thank you. What is up, everybody? So last month, we were able to publish two of our client sites, CBM IT, our Edmonton client, and then Nailed IT, our client out of the Bay Area. Some more sites that we have coming along the way, Buzzell Plumbing, Nogler CPA, our accounting client, and True Blue Roofing. But yeah, that's all we got on the digital marketing side of things.
Where's he at? Where's Jared Morton? What is it again? All right, quick updates for me, everybody. So Ellis Mechanical has renewed their contract yet again. So again, really exciting news to start out. 2 total hires for them. They have 1 or 2 potential candidates for the plumbing position in the pipeline right now. I'm trying to convince them to hire both. They seem to be kind of on board. So again, that would be great news for me. And we're also sourcing for an electrician for them. So again, that's kind of been a new position for me, kind of learning structure, all the certifications, everything statewide. So they've been really patient with me. So it's been a learning curve, but I love it a lot. So, and then Fair Mechanical actually renewed their recruitment contract early this week. So we're also sourcing an electrician for them as well. So everything's going great, and that's all I got.
No, that's a huge job, Logan. I didn't know about the Fair renewal. That's awesome. That's like, I don't know if we total that up, maybe $60,000, $70,000 worth of revenue, all from Logan's effort. So give it up again for Logan. All right, so I try to do records each month, keeping things up to date. You have to have your stuff logged into the CRM. So as we go through this, if there's something missed, that is why. But I try to do my best to get kind of a breakdown of monthly and all time. So as far as Arsenal appointments go, shout out to John Verdew. He's moved into the 3rd spot, 329 lifetime appointments. I know he's not with us here today, but he will be joining us full time. And Nick LeGrand, dude, I don't know how many you had today, but you're 4 away from the 300 club, so you're getting close. Some of the other ones, Dalton made that list. Dalton, you were on the top 10 list, sir, for all-time Arsenal appointments. No fluctuation with the monthly, but we had some good traction there. And then for partner appointments, big shout out Nick Lopez, 50 appointments last month for partners. First one to do that. Give it up. All-time best month. And then, as you can see, we've had some other guys on the all-time list. Big shout out, Matt Bonebreak, moving to the 2nd all-time spot. Matt, do a hell of a job. 689 appointments and going. But how many IT appointments are those, Matt? Tanner wants to know. Not a lot. How many roofing appointments you got, Tanner? 1. So it's a nice balance. Then as far as deals go, there was not a huge change on this. I think that pretty much stayed the same. As you can see, Ben Carlson with a dominant $1.5 million deal that we missed a couple months ago, right? It wasn't in there, but it's in there now. It's in there forever. Huh? I'll never bring that up. But it's in there. So, and you can see some of you guys are getting cleaning clients. The largest deals for a monthly recurring basis are from our janitorial partners. So you can get some massive deals there, especially if you got a rev share client. And then my favorite, some of the smallest deals. Shout out Drew Boyd for making the list with Quick Catch, coming into the number 7 spot with $135 a month, which comes out to like $1,600 a year. Doing a fantastic job. But no, man, like I think the testimonial said, if you guys watched it, it might not seem like a lot of money to you all, but it's a huge deal for pest control with what Drew's doing and Ryan and the team. So, big shout out to you guys. Keep it up. That's all for me. I'm going to move this next one into our awards. And the first one, I will divvy that out to the respective manager. So can we get SEMO on? Oh, last month first? Okay, February, excuse me. There's February. So we have 4 major awards, or 5 if you include our Grizz Up Award now. The first one, I'm going to kick that to Justin. Can you patch SEMO in? Justin?
Okay, then. Winner of the Apex SDR for March is Lauren Meyer with 3 deals. High show rate and all. Come on, Lauren. What do you got to say about it?
Oh, so in the beginning of the year, I set the goal to at least get Apex SDR once and close 2 deals a month. And so far I'm killing it this year. So hopefully that continues.
Awesome. That is all we got. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Lauren's doing a heck of a job. Next is the comeback BDR, Caden Mitchell.
Give it up for Jared Morton. Where's he at? Get the shovel. Where's the shovel? No shovel? What do you give to your success last month? You got a first month roofer purple, killed it for him, review.
Yep.
How'd you do so well last month?
Yeah, well, I got to give thanks to Caden for, thank you, sir.
Close to the photo. There you go.
Right there. That's it. Yeah, I mean, Caden welcomed me into the Beak Squad and just kind of supported me through the way. I love everyone in that group, and they've all been real supportive, and it's been easy to kind of work into that group and perform with them. So I think, like, I don't know, I spent my first couple months like learning how to do it wrong, bit in the shed, if you will. And so now it's just, I have more learning opportunities. You know, since I learned how to do it wrong, now I can do it right. So if you do it long enough, wrong enough, you'll figure it out. And so that's what we started to see here. So we're excited about what's next.
Nice job, Jared. Next is the Rainmaker.
All right, no stranger to the Rainmaker Award, but once again, we have Matt Bonebreak. I don't know, this is probably the 3rd or 4th time Matt's won it. Matt, get up here. I know you want to talk. Really chatty guy. But yeah, just going through a couple of the highlights, most of which came from an anchor close deal for $244,000 with the prospect of like $700,000 in add-ons on that deal, so it looks very promising. 5.5 in proposals out for commercial roofing and coating systems. We did get those a little bit in bulk when they were in town. So other than that, though, again, 6th deal over 100K that I could find for Matt, which I would think is a record unless someone else. Caden? Okay, then I think that's a record. So, Matt, how you making money?
You target what your client wants, and they close it a lot more.
Couldn't have said it better. And sticking with the pod should be no surprise. This month's MVP is Nick Lopez. So for those of you, I know we kind of tuck him back in the corner in our pod, but Nick has been absolutely crushing it. For those of you close by to him, you know that he is now on 40 straight days with an appointment, which I don't think I've seen a streak like that. He set the record with 50 last month, went purple for 4 clients, played a huge part in Office Pride, hitting their terms, and like I said, first time MVP, well-deserved, absolutely crushing it. Nick, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I always say, like, coachability and consistency is huge. I think having people you can be competitive with is good, too. Like Emily, Brett, Aaron Lake, like, just definitely pushed me last month, so I think that's really valuable as well.
And I did forget to mention, Nick was a unanimous decision from leadership for MVP this month. There was no debate on that. So, once again, let's give him a big shout out.
All right, I've got the Grizz Up Award. It was a co-decision this month for Aaron Lake and Christian Wright. The numbers kind of speak for themselves. Both of them were 30-plus appointments in IT. It's it's tough to do. Not a lot of us have done it, so they're constantly coming in, putting their heads down, and getting it done. So you guys want to come up here and talk? Oh, yeah, that works. Come on, oh, come on.
Yeah, so I got to give all of the success to Mason. Yeah. He's the reason why I got all the appointments. He's I did not pay him to say this. No, but seriously, I think it's just our pod. Me and Christian, we kind of compete back and forth. He gets an appointment, I get an appointment. You know, we have a real competitive spirit over in our pod. Jesse's added along, you know, now we got Phil. So I think it's really just our pod. We really grind really hard to try and get appointments for our clients.
Yep, what he said. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was gonna say Mason at the beginning of the month, he was like, we're getting green for everyone. I was like, that's what we're gonna do, so. And then just overcoming, people's telling you to send them an email, just turn it into an appointment. That was the biggest thing for me.
And then, am I on? The Grizz Up sign came in for the parking spot. So we'll be installing that soon. You guys can cuddle your cars together or take turns, whatever you want to do. Round of applause for those guys. Thank you.
We have April birthdays. Yeah. First up, happy birthday, Marge. Marge, where you at? Where you at? Keep going? All right. Next, Dakota. Come on. What are the plans for your birthday?
We got gymnastics tomorrow morning, and then I kind of want to just go fishing. So, fishing.
Where are you going fishing?
Probably over at City Lake or something.
So who's doing gymnastics, you?
I mean, if they want to get me out there.
What time are you going fishing?
Before noon, that way it's not too hot. And then if not before noon, afternoon.
Nice.
Because whenever I get a chance. Probably worms, they're cheaper. Yeah, that or get liver. So,
well, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Next up, Schaefer. Happy birthday. What are the plans for your birthday?
Sorry. Gonna hang out with some friends, go to the winery with some girlfriends, and then get some nice dinner from probably Ruth's Chris. So pretty excited.
Are you going steak?
Yeah.
What kind?
Yeah.
What kind?
Probably a filet.
Nice choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. What winery?
The ones in Defiance, I believe.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure of the exact names, but yeah.
Okay. Got a question. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium. I guess I would. Yeah.
All right. Next up, Christian Wright. Get back up here. What are the big plans?
Oh, sorry. I'm also going to Ruth Chris, but with Arsenal, I'm going with Elevated MSP and Sam and Mason and Aaron, and then we're going to Blues game, so it'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of steak?
Probably ribeye, medium rare. I don't know.
That's a good choice.
I like all steak. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Saving this conversation for the dinner.
Chris Jupier. Happy birthday. Are you also going to Ruth's Chris?
I am not. I'm going to Bartolino's with the fam. If you haven't been, check it out. It's amazing. And having a little get-together with friends at my parents' lake house. Should be fun.
Nice. Where's the lake house?
Down in Hillsboro, so it's about an hour and a half away from here. Yeah.
Nice.
90 acres is how big the lake is.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? What else you got?
I don't know, man. You put me on the spot right now.
Cool. But yeah, should be good. I'm looking forward to it. So be next Thursday.
Nice.
Cool.
Happy birthday, man.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Tyler Piedmont. What you got going on?
I'm gonna be here at Arsenal making cold calls and then go to dinner with my wife.
Yeah. Where are you going to dinner?
We're going to Tony's on Main Street in St. Charles. It's our spot.
Next up, Anniversaries. Briggs, if you'll do the honors.
Thank you, Arnold. Let's go over the April service anniversaries. First up, Tanner Rodell. Come on up. Come on up. Got any fun stories?
Yeah, I mean, you guys were here when I got it. I mean, one of the first stories. I mean, I got a nice, cool watch. Been loving showing it off. But yeah, I mean, we had Gabe shirtless in one of our meetings. You know, having to cold call Aaron basically to get the job. There's plenty, probably plenty that I've forgotten and should have remained forgotten. But I continue to make memories and things here every day, and you know, plan on keeping on that pace. But yeah, really not much to say. I mean, I love working here and plan on keeping doing that for the time being and for the foreseeable future. So yeah, thank you.
Good stuff. Next up, Ryan McLaughlin. Got any cool, fun stories?
No.
Nothing?
That's good. Yeah. So actually, it's kind of funny. One of the first weeks I started working here, had a funny email exchange with the CEO of a company, and yeah, I know you do. So yeah, he was just kind of being an ass, and I don't know, making him look dumb, but I was just responding professionally. He didn't like it, but it's just nothing, too serious. But it turns out, our Sam Baker was on the phone with their director of sales coincidentally at the exact same time, which was astronomically possible. It was kind of funny, but yeah, he's never looked at me the same since then. So, but it was funny. At the end of the day, I don't think he ended up. They didn't work with Arsenal, so we didn't need him anyway. So whatever. But yeah, it was kind of funny. We don't need their business. Bigger, better things. Anyway, yeah, it's been great. It's been a really fun year. I've learned a lot, found some love, and doing bigger, better things in my life. So this is awesome. I'm looking for another year or two, maybe. As long as you'll keep me. No, thank you. It's been great. Love you guys.
Good stuff. Congrats. Next up, Madison Young. Not here? All right. Next up, Trey with Talent Acquisition.
All right, some talent acquisition updates, can't even say it. One of the first things we like to do is welcome all the new hires since the last all-team update. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Justin Armstrong. Round of applause. Justin in the back, I'll come to you. I know you haven't been feeling the greatest, but how's it been going so far?
Yeah, I think I've been absent a little bit the last few days. Yeah, sorry, I had the flu, so that sucked. But anyways, no, everything's been going great. I think I came in on a heater, and then this last week has been really slow for me. I think I'm just gonna work through it and just keep calling and keep going from there. That's all I can do. So just work through it.
Love it. Love it. We're glad you're here. Angie, you gonna help me out? All right, we got Phil. Where's Phil? There's Phil. All right, Phil. I know Buddy's with Nick. I know there's probably some competition going on. How's it going for you so far?
It's been going good.
Short but sweet. We love it. All right, we got Ryan. I see Ryan over there. Round of applause for Ryan. All right, Ryan. Any surprises so far? How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Yeah, no, it's been great. I think I've been doing as best I can, and I love working here so far. So, yeah.
Love to hear it. All good. All right. I don't think Jake is here, right? He's on PTO today, but in the words of Phil, I think it's going good. So, all right. Our next referral program, guys. I mean, we're hiring all across the board. I got a slide coming up about that as well, too. We love referrals. Keep sending them our way. Most of our best hires come from the referral program. So how you get the referral as far as, I mean, just connecting with us. I mean, you can send me their names and numbers. I can reach out directly. They can reach out to me directly. I don't care as long as I get a hold of them. So yeah, send everybody you know our way. We're hiring all across the board, SDR, new biz, client sales, digital marketing, software, human resources, all locations with interns and everything. So yeah, you know anybody, send them our way. And then some upcoming hires. We're starting the interns for the summer. We have one lined up with Josh, and then we got Steven and John coming later on in the next few months. We're interviewing left and right. I think we've had between today and yesterday probably some offers getting ready to come out. We got some guys coming in next week as well, so all BDRs. So we got these lined up now. We'll have some more here coming soon. And like I said, you guys know anybody, send them our way. And I think that's already it. I'm gonna give it back to Briggs.
All right, let's talk about the software. So a couple different updates with the email marketing. At first, you can only have contact updates or create, trigger different emails, but now you can have all the different object types like appointments, one revenue, and stuff like that. Glenn had an update with the incoming calls, showing a pop-up of who the contact is if we're able to identify it by the number calling. Push notifications are now live. So if you install the mobile app on either iOS or Android and allow push notifications, you'll get notifications through there. And I think Aaron's been starting to create some, and some are going out, so that's cool. And then now we have the multi-factor authentication required when logging in. And then we got the Arsenal BG Authenticator app pushed out and set up. And then recently searched history is a newer feature. So any contact you click or search, it'll pop up when you go to search other contacts. And that's all I got.
All right, now for media production. Let's go ahead and get into it. So earlier last month, we had commercial roofing and coating systems come in. That went really well. It was Matt Bonebreak's client, and they sat down, him and Evan sat down with their client for a couple hours that day to make sure with the fine-tooth comb that we had every number we needed for that video, and I really appreciate that. That's the kind of effort we need every single time I do a testimonial with your client. Quick Catch came out. That was a really good one to get in. That's Drew's client. As Sam mentioned before, that testimonial went really good for only being 3 months as a client. They've already closed some business, and he's very hopeful for the future. So one new thing you guys might have noticed over by New Biz is we have territories with each SDR in those territories, so they know what region they're calling in. That way nobody's stomping on anybody else's records. So that's a new update we're doing. As well as updates with Brigham. The next one we're going to be doing is for the MFA app that he just brought up. And all new BDR interviews are on our team page, so if you want to get to know one of these guys that you might not have seen in person and talked to in person, it's a good way to find out who they are and what they did. We got the 7-year anniversary video posted to the team page. Honestly, that was pretty fun with the hot dogs and all the games we played over here with Steve's Hot Dogs. And then Tanner Rodell's video. So we have his 5-year anniversary video on the careers page. So anybody looking for a career here, they see that, time and effort is rewarded. And then after that, we got 28 results videos produced. These are a big deal. Anytime that we can schedule with you guys, I know that, you might be in the middle of a call, you might be in a partner meeting, whatever the case may be. Try to make time to film with us. It's making you valuable. It's making us valuable. All right, and the next thing is reviews and testimonials. Like I said, we got commercial roofing out, and these are obviously a huge deal for us doing sales. So if you can get your client to do a Google review and 30 minutes to book with me, it'd be super appreciated, and that's what we need. That's it. Next up, Cam Carlson.
What's up? What's up? What up? Yeah, a couple updates for me. One, you may not know about yet. Balto came out last week, and they're pushing a really cool update. So first and foremost, if your Balto is not working, or if it's not working correctly, you don't have it up, find me or Dakota Smith. We can get that working for you. But what they're rolling out is a really cool coaching feature where, me, your manager, even you, if you log into the Balto Cloud portal, you can see it aggregating your calls, kind of listening to any decision maker calls you have that are over a minute. And then it'll give you coaching points on how it thinks you should have deployed value. Maybe you should have been more assumptive. But then your manager can queue that up into a coaching playlist for you and push it to your Balto. So that coaching playlist with those calls they've selected and that feedback will just appear in your Balto in your app. And it'll just have you walk through the calls, listen to the call, and it'll even pinpoint the exact times that it thinks you should have made those adjustments. So it was a really cool visit from Balto. They took us out to dinner after. It was a good time, but surprisingly impactful. Over the last month, too, we've had really good suggestions on the sales labs. Keep those coming. We had a really good one recently on how to avoid your phone number becoming a spam number. So we've got a tutorial workflow that Dakota Smith's going to be sending out in case, just best practices, how to get your cell phone off the spam list as well. And then you guys might have noticed some of the dashboard updates. Some cool little features that Glenn and Brigham added, like your profile pictures, your client logos on the dashboard. We went ahead and updated those, as well as adding in contact rate, close rate, total appointments, things like that, all into your client dashboard. And then we've got a new template as well for the client dashboards themselves. So a little bit better visualization of all the leads that are in the pipeline, as well as all the revenue that's in your pipeline as well. That's all I got.
All right, so technology updates. Before I get into this, I don't have a slide for it, but talking about the spam calls. So Kim and I have been working on different things to give you information on how to prevent spam calls. One of those is just leaving voicemails, making sure to leave voicemails. Doesn't have to be every time, but just making sure that you leave them on occasion. That way you're not, just seeming like an auto caller or anything like that. So I'll have a whole guide for you guys and information on that. If you guys end up getting spam called or think that you are spam risk, we can do some tests to try to rule that out. I can register your number, get that unspammed and fix it. I just did it for Sam Baker. So we were able to get him unspammed within 2 days. It could take anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks. I don't foresee it taking 2 weeks, but always err on the side of caution. Workstation cable management. If you notice on your desk, you should have a lot more leg room where you're not hitting anything. But if you do notice, if you have like a rising desk or anything like that, and you aren't able to bring it up, just let me know, and I can fix those cables for you. And then phishing awareness and prevention, just always be diligent whenever you're responding to emails or text messages or even Teams messages, especially if you're talking to somebody external or even internal. Just make sure you verify the contact information that's there. If anything that seems urgent or that seems kind of like suspicious, just reach out to me, send me a message and be like, hey, can you review this email real quick? I'll come over to your desk, or I'll review it on my side just to be able to review it. Make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. Yeah, that's all I got for right now.
All right. right, HR. Our insurance renewal, our plan year ends May 31st, so the renewal is due and activated on June 1. In April, late April, we will have some materials coming out, so keep your eyes in the chat for details around how to enroll. We'll have an all-team meeting. We'll get information out throughout the month of May, and I think we'll be doing electronic enrollment forms this year. So no more ink to paper. It'll all be automated, so that'll be real nice. Updated personal information. So there are a number of you who have changed residence in the past year or since you've been hired. And if you have done so, but you have not updated information in some of the record-keeping resources that we have, please be sure that in Paylocity, your residential address is current. Also, if you have an emergency contact that needs to get updated, maybe you had a relationship change or a status change, be certain that the person that we are going to call indeed cares about you, so that when and if you are MIA and I am calling to do a check on wellness, that they will actually be engaged and help us find you, okay? So be sure that is current. Anthem and Compasi, that is the medical, dental, vision, STD, LTD life benefits. There are mailers that those vendors send out. You want to be sure your information is current in those. Beneficiaries, again, if you've had a life status change or a relationship change with a loved one or someone that you had designated, given your untimely demise to receive some money, you want to be sure that those funds are going to the correct person and that those people are identified appropriately as your current beneficiaries, all right? Also, there have been some purchases of vehicles, right? So if you have changed, updated your vehicle somehow through a purchase, you need to let me know. We need to get the year, make, model, et cetera, registration being current, your driver's license being current, because especially like your driver's license, that is what gives us proof that you are eligible to work in the United States. Technically, we need to be sure that you have that current and correct. And secondary employment. There are times during the year when you might pick up a second job, helping out family during the holidays, or you're doing some things outside of Arsenal, but you are gainfully employed doing those. Just let us know. That way we can be clear around being sure that you know that Arsenal is primary as your employer and we come first. And that secondary position is, we want to ensure it's not a conflict of interest, right? And we want to be sure that it's not with a competitor, of course. And we want to be sure that we're just aware and that we can work with you through that. Quick reminder on policies and things. If I see something, I say something, I'll pull you over in the parking lot or here in the hallway. Be sure to observe those things that we share in the new employee orientation slides. Even though you may have been here, didn't go to NEO for years, we send it out every time we have new hires. So be sure to give it a look-see. Be sure that you're current with things, that we're observing our dress code, that we're observing the directional signage in the parking lot, and that we're doing the things that we need to do to bring our best self to work. Because by observing some of those things, even like the dress code, it helps you show up with your best self. You look better, you feel better, and you really will perform even better, okay? Let's keep that in mind. And then I also wanted to share, we are rolling out leadership labs here in April. So we have sales labs, we have training for other employees. Why not have training for our leaders? So those will be active. I think we have our first one on Monday of next week. So that's a good thing. And they're learning just as you are. And then finally, the suggestion box. I do have a handful of suggestions that I admittedly am behind on. We're going to get those out soon, the responses. But keep those coming in because they help us while you're helping us make things better, right? Do what we can to make changes, and that's all I got.
Be careful. All right, celebrations and accomplishments. It's a big month for the Blues. They could have made it. They were about 12 points behind, and then I think they started this week 3 points behind, and are they out? They're out. But it was fun going to the games if you got to go. We had lunch and learn. I really highly recommend going to these. It's really, really great. We had Brian Phillips of U.S. Bank. He's a big part of why we have this building, and he talked about how to build a credit. It's a really important part of your life for every single thing you'll do in your future. So next month is mortgage, how to get a mortgage, and well, we have that. St. Pat's Day, everybody looks good in green. Hawaiian Shirt Day and March Madness, we kind of combined 2 in 1. It's kind of fun. We're gonna do a Hawaiian shirt, I think, every month, at least through the summer, once a month. More Blues games. Cardinals opening day. I don't know how the Cardinals are doing. Does anybody have any thoughts on the Cardinals this year? Nick LeGrand just keeps. Yeah, they'll get there. They'll get there. Yeah, yeah. I haven't been to a game. Are they fun? They are? Kind of like STL City games? Like, free throw. Our big winner. Sorry, Mason. Briggs. Briggs' first round. Tell about the ending of your first round.
I made 9 of 10.
He was 9 of 9.
Oh, yeah. I missed my last one.
But he still came back to win it all.
I play a lot of basketball. That's all I got.
Congrats, Briggs. Boys to Men. I had this single when I was a kid, and I used to walk around and with my Walkman and play them. How was the concert? Good. Electric. Another 5 to 1. That's when we were thinking maybe we could come back. Meet the Founder Luncheon. For those who said that they wanted to go, I really apologize. We're going to fix that with Dakota, that there's only one Meet the Founder Luncheon. So these are really, really, really important. The attendees have said that they've learned a lot. Ryan, you want to say anything you learned?
It was really great to get to have an idea of where the company's been and where it's going, and it was just really, really insightful.
Cam told us about Matthew Doyle from Balto, and it looks like they had a great time. It was very impactful and important for him to come and learn more things about that program. WWE SmackDown, how was that? It was fun?
What was your favorite part?
It was great.
Thanks, DJ. Tanner, again, 5 years. Everyone want to give him a round of applause? Tanner's been a very important member of the team for 5 years, and very, very thankful to have you here. 5 more years. There's where we fell off, right there. And there. And it's over. Logan Phillips. What a house. Was it a fun process? Was it a fun process?
No, not at all. It was terrible. It was the most stressful month of my life. But everything's good so far.
All right, Gateway Grizzlies, 32-day countdown to the home opener, Tuesday, May 12th. There's about 12 games in May. Some of them are during the day, but it would be a really, really fun experience to head out there. We've got a couple events planned for the year at the Arsenal BG Stadium, so I'm excited for that. And you'll be able to sign up for those when the May poly goes out. Thank you. We have a new season tickets. We've got Fox Theater tickets, season tickets. Yes. So starting in September, we have 2 tickets for each of these shows, and they're matinees, they're 2 p.m. shows, so you can go out to dinner after and have an evening afterwards. And very excited. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna roll those out for the tickets, but very exciting. I mean, what a cool experience. And then coming up on April 20th is National Doppelganger Day. In Blue Spirit, that's what they do, the doppelganger. It's really fun. Please send them to me. You can nominate yourself. You can nominate someone else. They're going to be surprises. We're going to put them up on the screen starting on April 20th. So try to keep them secret so that when they pop up, you're all surprised like you are at the Blues game. And April events, we got the Doppelganger coming up. We got Hawaiian Shirt Day. The last Tuesday of the month is Superhero Day, and you can wear superhero t-shirts that day. I think it's Nick.
All right, what's going on? So we got a few facilities updates for us today. First, we have the construction going on. It's going to be really cool when they open up all that. So we'll have all the room with the doors. You can open the garage door. It'll be cool. You hang outside. And then, so while they're doing construction, we just want to make sure if you see a door propped open, you either let somebody know or just close the door. Same with if somebody's trying to go outside to eat. We don't want to prop the door open because we all have key fobs. We can all get in. It's no problem. So these are just some of the pictures, the stuff they got going on. They basically just closed it up at night, but they have it all open out there if you ever walk out there and see. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for facilities updates. And I think Aaron's the only one left. Cool.
Thank you, Nick. It's always tough to follow. Nick, got to change the order of this. I have a couple awards from the Pokemon incentive competition. Ryan McLaughlin ended with 2 Pokeballs. Come on up here. We got a little prize for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Who all played Pokemon here growing up? Who? Most people. Most people. Yu-Gi-Oh? I thought that was the same time. And then Brett Grazik had all 8 badges. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Enjoy. Thank you. Hey, good job. And then we've got a bonus prize for someone who actually had earned 8 Pokeballs, but somehow had every single one of them stolen from him. Nick Lopez, come on up. You did a great job. Fantastic job. Great job. Great job. How does that work? How do you have 8 and then end up with none? Was it? Then at the very last moment, everybody descended on him. Oh man! You finished up at the very end. So Ryan employed the strategy. That's a good job. That's a good job. Well, then I'll jump in here real quick and give you guys the quick update. Right, they've got the plastic hanging in the cafeteria. It's because they're punching through from this, what used to be the art room, into the cafeteria. We're gonna have a roll-up door that goes to the outside, and we're gonna fix up the outdoor eating space a little bit. So you'll have totally indoors for the cafeteria, kind of an indoor-outdoor space here, and then, an outdoor spot. So there's gonna be a little bit of construction going on, a little bit of noise. They're trying to do it, the heavy stuff, on Wednesdays, and hopefully it's far enough away. You guys really don't notice it on the sales floors, do you? So then I say, hey, just go after it and get it done sooner than later. And we're having discussions, trying to figure out if we find a third party to come in here to have some sort of cafe, or if we do it ourselves. So we're kind of going through options and talking to folks. And if you have an opinion on that, come and let me know. But we want there to be a way for you guys to get some sort of food and coffee and stuff like that here besides just running a Keurig, okay? So we're actively thinking on it. I will say in the meantime, before we got started on this, it looked like that the local restaurant, the Head Store, was kind of running their hours down. It seems like it's picking back up, and maybe there's a new chef in town who had moved. And has anybody been there since they kind of reopened? Matt, what do we think? Was it good or better than last year? Yeah, I think they were kind of running it kind of part-time, half-time, and the gentleman and his family, I think he moved like across the country specifically to go, run that spot. So if you guys like having that stuff open more often, right, the more often we visit them and purchase, food and services from them, the more encouragement they will have to keep it open, for more days and longer hours, okay? But I do think it would be cool to have something in here for us to have a cafe or something in that matter. Christian's got Elevated coming in on Monday. Is there somebody else coming in next week too? Fargo, right? So yeah, we will treat you and your client to a nice night. We'll go out and have fun, try to don't bring your whole family, but if you got a date or somebody like that, bring somebody you'd like to impress. We like to do that. I think it's fun. And be asking. I will say this. You guys might have noticed somebody left us a bad review recently. I don't know if you saw that we got a 1-star review from a client who had like millions of dollars in proposals and a bunch of closed business. And so we addressed those things. It made it really easy for us to go decide to shoot a video and basically show our work. Dylan Mobley and Kaden Mitchell were doing a really good job for these guys. So it was like, well, it might have been you, man. Here's all these appointments that we've been setting up. And then about halfway through the relationship, he stopped sending proposals out, okay? And my point is, maybe this, how many of you guys have gone on Google and left a 5-star review for somebody recently? Okay, and there 4 or 5 folks, something like that? How recent is recent? Like this week, this month? Well, beginning of March, something like that? Was it a restaurant, or what made you go leave it?
It was a guy that was doing a tour for us. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Food tour.
Well, okay, yeah, food tour. Anybody else? Jared?
Yeah,
Personal, good, good. Natalie, did you raise your hand? What? Yeah, that's right, yeah. So I assume the count did a good job. Andy's frozen. I assume the ice cream was good. The service, basically the service and the interaction is good. Did they ask you, or did they remind you to do it, or you proactively did it? No. They reminded you? Yeah. So the point is, it's really easy for folk, and I did look up the guy, and I think he had just got some negative reviews on his own business, and I actually think they were fake, too. But it reminded him, hey, people are out here kind of giving me a hard time. People can get in a mindset where it's like, oh, well, I'll go give somebody else a hard time too because I'm feeling down on it. The point is, it's a whole lot easier to kind of go out and complain and moan. That idea is a little more frequent than, man, I really just want to go out and leave somebody, a 5-star review. And the point is, it's because people expect it. Our clients expect us to do a really good job. We expect you to do a good job. But that doesn't mean that you should feel afraid to go out and ask them. And if they say, hey, I'm not comfortable leaving it right now, whatever. What can we do to earn that, okay? But we want to come from a standpoint where we're expecting that somebody would share the story and leave a nice review for us. And we're counting on you guys to go out there and do it because, man, it's great. We have 150-something 5-star reviews, but then you get a a stinker one, and then it's kind of out of your control. It's like, man. So we want to run up the score with the good positive experiences, and ask your guys to come and do a video. Quick Catch did it from a parking lot. Who's in his car? Where's Matt?
Yeah, he was in the parking lot. He lost connection halfway through. Talked about rescheduling it when he gets back. I was like, no, is there any McDonald's around? They got free Wi-Fi. He's like, there's one right over there. So drove right over to McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh. So we're all trying. I mean, Matt, maybe a year ago, you might have rescheduled that meeting, and then after, maybe, right? Now, you're like, yeah, sure, do it later or whatever. Now Matt, knowing what he knows now, it's like, no, man, you go pull over and we're going to do this thing because I don't want to reschedule this again. I don't want to do, We've had clients, push these meetings back a bunch of times. So same thing with you, right? Your clients are expecting to have those sales meetings. Do everything you possibly can to make sure that they show up and set them up. Because, how you do one thing is really how you do everything. So when we talk about, cars and having your tags and your stuff like that, right? There's people who are coming in here and they're interviewing. And if they see, if we're wearing freaking bunch of flip-flops and T-shirts and, ratty clothes, like, man, these guys look like a mess. I don't know if I'm gonna work here. Versus if you look at us today, I wish we looked like this every day. It's awesome. We got our gear on. We look like a team. You know what I'm saying? There's room for personal style and flavor, but let's look elite, So keep your car nice, right? Keep your workspace nice. Dakota Smith's doing a great job cleaning up the cords and stuff that are under there. And let's really make sure that we maintain things. And then another thing I will say is with those push notifications that are coming out on the phone, highly requested by our clients, and we're setting the table for us to start moving into an ecosystem where we're not necessarily in Teams and all these other places, right? Messaging and chats and videos and stuff like that's going to start coming through our own app too. So make sure that you download our app and make sure that you allow push notifications. And if you got any issues, let Dakota Smith or Brigham know. Something with support tickets. We were just discussing, instead of shooting Dakota Smith a message on Teams or running across the room to find them, we're going to activate the support feature. So, it's just all going to be coming in and out of there, okay? And it'll be a lot easier instead of going to these various different softwares to try to keep track of stuff. But anyway, just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys. I really like what we got going on. It's a great culture. There's a great group of people. You guys are doing some awesome things. It's really fun to watch you buy houses and knock things down. And I had a moment this weekend where I was like, working, doing some research, listening to podcasts and stuff. And I heard about the trends that were going on in like the coasts, like the East Coast and the West Coast, specifically like Silicon Valley. And the thing that was like very jarring, they were talking about how this new work culture was coming around where people were doing 996. Has anybody heard that? 996? Is it, huh? Now you have? Okay, yeah. Told leaders about it earlier. These tech jobs and stuff where, they used to have like all this crazy stuff and, everybody was sitting on beanbags and all. It's kind of going away, right? And this AI stuff's coming on. And people are kind of getting freaked out. And they're working hard. Like the new norm kind of out in Silicon Valley, they're talking about people are working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. And that's brutal, right? I would rather have a weekend and come in and come out. So there's two reasons why they're doing that. One of them is they're just trying to showboat or outwardly look like they're busy, okay? To get people to invest in their companies. Like, oh, we work harder than everybody else or whatever. And then there's another part where it's like people are genuinely afraid that they got to hurry up and outpace like AI innovation, right? Oh man, we got to hurry up and make this next thing or whatever, otherwise we're going to be smoked. So I think that we are in a great spot where we provide such a valuable service where AI is not going to call somebody and convince them to spend $1 million, right? They might convince you to do a haircut or, change your scheduling or whatever. Cam, Coda, and Natalie will tell you, Balto's got AI sales agents, right? So it's working. They were doing a bunch of inbound. Now they're starting to do it on outbound. So the point I'm trying to make in all that, this world, it's moving fast and people are trying to, get an edge. And sometimes it's by brute force or whatever. I'm telling you, just focus on your craft and be really good at what you do so that we can just have, 7 to 4, 8 to 5. Come in and show up and get your job done. Do it really well, flex, and maybe even leave a little bit early on Fridays and stuff like that if you're ahead of pace. This needs to be like the place that people go to be good at sales, be good at marketing, and live a nice, enjoyable life, okay? So I'm committing to you, right? I'm not gonna say like, you guys gotta work 12-hour days, because I don't wanna work 12-hour days. I wanna ask you to do that. But I will say while you're here, there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of distractions out there. Try to stay focused and hit your numbers and do it within the allotted time so that you can really enjoy working here. Does that make sense? Okay? I promise you, and I just want to say it because I don't know, maybe I don't want you guys to hear about something like that. Oh, the new norm is, first of all, the first thing was work from home, right? Nobody was ever going to go into an office again. Well, then all the rich guys bought the buildings and everybody rents from them again, okay? Kind of saw that's probably not going to be the case. This whole thing about, oh, well, now the new work week's, 995 or whatever, or 996 or whatever. It's not going to be like that for here. We're going to keep with what we've got. But I'm just saying, work hard while you're here, and let's make sure that our clients, love working with us so we can keep decking out our building, keep our benefits great, keep increasing pay, keep growing, because like that analogy I said, we're going to have to pick what side of the fence we're going to be on. Are you an economy type of service, an economy car, or are you a luxury, hand-built, personal type of car or service? Does that make sense, guys? Okay, I see what we do. I see what we're capable of. We are definitely elite. We are the luxury. We are the nice to have. Sam was talking to a current client we have who's working with a competitor in another market, Matt's client, and they have how much of Cleveland? 1/6. 1/6 of a city, right? What do they think about that? Not happy? Are they re-signing with them? Who are they going to re-sign with us for another program? Yeah. Yeah. So again, there's gonna be things like that, and I want you to know we think about those things. If you ever have questions and you would like to talk or discuss about why we do things a certain way, I'm very open to tell you about it. It might be a longer story than what you want to bite off at it. So pick it some time when you got some time. But we do things strategically. We're a little bit smaller than some of our competitors on purpose. I can't have 6 clients in Cleveland, right? If we did, we'd have more money and more people that we could hire, but the service suffers and then it's erratic and there's problems, okay? So I'm saying, I think you guys are elite, our clients are elite, our company's gonna be elite, and don't lose track of that. We can get it the same amount of work or more done in a shorter period of time than what other people can do. So hold yourself to that standard, okay? All right, guys, go have a great weekend.